This is a never-ending card. It is an interactive card, and let me show you how it works. This is the front. It folds this way, this way, this way, to go back to the front. Let me show you how to build one. For this card you will need a scoring board, a bone folder, a paper trimmer, a ruler and a pencil, some adhesive, and 2 pieces of 6x6 double-sided pattern paper. The first step is to score both pieces of paper at 1.5 and 4.5. The next step is to choose the paper that you want to appear on the front of your card. For my card, I choose this one. Put the front paper to the side. We're going to work on the back piece for now. For the next step, what you want to do is isolate the 4 corners. This is where our adhesive will go. You want to measure from the top 1.5 inch in, the same at the bottom. I'm using here a T-square because it's just easier for me to make sure that my line will be straight. And I'm going to measure 1.5 from the top. Put a check mark here. And then trace my line at the 1.5 inch mark from the edge right up to the fold line, from the fold line right up to the edge. And we will repeat the step at the bottom as well. I am putting X's here to indicate where the adhesive will go. The next step is to cut each pieces of paper in half. This is our top piece with the score lines going horizontal. We want to cut this in half down the middle, so crosswise as opposed to the score lines, at 3 inches. So this will be the top of your card. The second piece we will also cut at 3 inches down the middle with the fold lines going vertical. The next step is to add our adhesive in the 4 corners without going over the fold lines and the pencil lines, and on the 4 sides of each corner. This is how your back piece should look like. You have your 4 corners with adhesive, with the cut line in the middle going horizontal, and you have your top pieces with the cut line going vertical. We're going to add 1 top piece at a time, starting from the corner end here. I'm going to line up my corner of the front part with the corner of my bottom piece, like so. To add here the bottom part, I find it's easier to just turn the pieces over and to make sure that the cut line does not overlap with the top. There will be a bit of extra paper here, and you can trim this afterwards once your whole front is mounted onto the back part. The next step is to add here the left side of your card, making sure that nothing is in the way of the fold in the middle, like so. Now, as I mentioned before, you can trim this, and we will do this right now. And I always like to turn it over to see if there's any extra in the back, and I will trim that as well. this completes the building part of the card. The next step is to fold your card. So you open the top and you fold down very gently and crease with your bone folder. Now we're going to do the next fold. This way. Give it a good crease. And now that your creases are done, basically you need to unfold it like this and like this, and you are back in the front. Now let me show you again how I decorated my card. I opted to have a focal image in the center of my card. I did the image with a stamped owl. Then I took the image and cut it in half, and then I just simply glued it up against the cut edges of my card. For the inside, I added a piece, I cut it in the middle, and again I glued it down up to my cut lines. For the last two panels, I decided to just add 2 elements in the middle of each of the panels. And that completes the card. Whose birthday is it? You, that's who. Happy birthday to you. I hope you've enjoyed this tutorial. Make sure that you tell your friends about subscribing to Scrapbooks on Trials newsletter, and we will see you soon. Bye-bye.